Welcome to the Wealth Ninja podcast, and in the studio we have Arista. Thank you for coming today.
Thanks, Don.
And Grant.
Hi, Don.
Obviously, you've been working with each other now for 6 months or
Yes.
just recently.
Yes.
Okay, so you in property before.
Yes.
How long have you been doing property?
About 5 years prior to this, to
Okay.
the apartment market.
Right, and instead of just going to buy an apartment, just say buy an apartment off the newspaper, off Trade or just off another agent, what made you join the mentoring program?
I realized when I started considering the apartment market that it appears very different to investing in the suburbs. And then I thought I need some expert help, someone that would be able to mentor and coach me
Right.
in this. And thankfully, I decided to sign up with Grant as the apartment master.
Okay.
And boy, did it pay off well. I can only highly recommend it.
And how have you finding it so far? Have you bought your first one yet?
Yes, I bought after just doing some learning for the first 2-3 months.
Yes.
I bought 4 apartments
Wow.
with just over 4 weeks. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it just all fell into place very suddenly.
Yes.
4 apartment in 4 weeks is like, I bet you didn't buy 4 pairs of shoes in 4 weeks.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
So the decision of buying 4 apartment in 4 weeks, was it an easier decision to say what pairs of shoes I'm going to buy when I walk into the shoe shop?
No, it's quite complicated.
Right.
Buying apartments is a whole different world, and I would not recommend anyone to just jump into it thinking, yes, I'll just buy myself an apartment and she'll be good, because it's not like that. You really need someone that knows what they're doing, that would be able to talk you through it, guide you through the whole process, and just Grant's just always there with his insight and
Yes.
just giving advice and just forming your thinking.
And how was that? Can you take us to that step, Grant? How Arista, let's just say, go through the process from the start, how you bought the first one, how you bought the second one, how's the process work by providing guidance to the
Yeah,
people you mentor?
having coached and mentored clients for 15 years, it's everyone's so different. But the ranging skills that I've got, I'm able to pick up with different clients. And in Arista's case, it was very much she had excellent experience in property, and it was
Right.
just a matter of fine-tuning that experience and knowledge she already had and added to my knowledge and experience. And Arista took off very, very quickly because she had that previous knowledge and experience, and I just fine-tuned it. And
Okay.
just like taking a high-performance car and fine-tuning a car for a race, and that's just what we're aiming
And
for.
obviously, when you go and buy these properties, most of them are at auction or price by negotiations.
Either
Either.
or.
And you got obviously you got a number that you go up to, and you know what the end value
Yes.
is. Okay.
Yes. So you're going well prepared.
Yeah.
You know what, you do your homework, your research in advance.
Yeah.
You know what that property should be able to sell for, and why you want to buy it, whether it's a hold or a trade, because that does make a difference in
Yes.
what you are willing to pay for it. And then you stick to it because it's a business. It's not an emotional
And
decision.
Arista, you are a trader or you are a holder or you a bit of
A
both?
bit of both.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you do for a living? Is this your full-time job or is it?
Yes.
Wow, really?
That's all I do. I trade.
That's amazing. That's great.
I love it. It's wonderful.
It's great to have your own. You control your own future. You
Yes.
control your own incomes, and no one controls you.
Yes,
So you can decide to get up at 11 o'clock in the morning if you want to, right?
as I sometimes do.
So, but before you enter into the property investment and trading, what will you do before that?
I was a human resource manager, mostly in the professional environment,
Yeah.
law firms, audit firms, the health sector, finance. I worked in those areas, so high performance areas.
And at what point did you decide that you don't need this job anymore? That's got to be a big decision.
Yes, I suppose for some people it would be. We've dabbled in properties a little bit in years gone by, but not really knowing what we were doing. And at some stage, you just get to a point where you say, I've had enough of doing a job, because
Yes.
that stands for just obey boss,
Yes.
and I'm going to do my own thing. And so I started moving into the suburban trading environment,
Right.
doing houses. Did that for about 5 years, was very successful there, but then I felt I needed a new challenge.
Right. So you're entering the central CBD market, and this is where Grant comes in.
Mm.
So Grant,
Yes.
how many people you mentor now no longer require a job?
A lot. But what tends to happen with a number of clients is that they do really well in the central city, then they diversify. So
Yes.
they take their skills and knowledge and move into the suburbs in
Yeah.
some shape or form. So diversification is a fantastic situation to get into. So you spread your risk across a number of markets.
Okay. And how many, say for example, obviously not every day or not every week there is 5 property that's suitable, is there? Some week you go with nothing.
Yeah.
And you can't be, I guess the mistake would be like someone hasn't got the patience.
Yeah.
They join the program
Yeah.
and they feel like that I haven't bought anything for 2 months. It's not working for me. I'm going to go out there and buy something tomorrow because I feel I have to. And then when they did that, boom, they bought the wrong property. And then what they do, they go back and blame the program. But and they often do that. And I said, and my only question is, I said, did we recommend it? No. Who you buy it off? Oh, I didn't buy it through you guys, or you guys didn't recommend. And that does happen, doesn't it?
Yes, well, not for me. My clients aren't allowed to sign anything without me checking it first.
And that's why that's why you're the master in what you do.
Yes.
And you know, I don't, obviously I coach a lot of people, but I noticed that it's like, you know, if you want to join a martial art class, become a white belt, and then they want to be a black belt tomorrow, you know,
Yeah.
and they make a lot of money, let's just face it. But then again, 1-2 years down the track, oh, thanks, Don, don't need you anymore. And then
Yeah.
next minute, you know, lose all the money.
Yeah.
I remember this apartment building in Manukau, all the commercial downstairs was like 10 to 20 square meters. And I never saw any of those because I don't believe there was a market for them. So some of my clients then went and bought those. And then they came back and they said, we bought this commercial property, now we lose money. My question was, did you tell me about it? Did you buy it through me? The answer was, no, I didn't. But all the one they bought the apartments, 75 of them, every one of them made a $200,000 capital gain.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the difference having a mentor, isn't it? That
Yes.
protects you.
Yes. And, you know, it's a no-brainer to work with a mentor, because you learn their good habits,
Right.
and they teach you how to think like as if it's because it's a business, and it's essential. I can't imagine how anyone would start doing property development, trading, or anything related to property without working with someone that really has done the hard yards.
Well, I
So,
can't understand is that if we go to the gym and we pay our personal trainer,
Yeah.
I think they're pretty expensive. Some of them charge $100 now
Yes.
for a session, right? So what happened when you turn up and you're 10 minutes late, you get told off.
Yeah.
You do 10 press-ups, you do 9, they tell you off. You eat the wrong food, they tell you off, and you pay $100 for this session. And then when you go and buy a property worth 500 to $1 million, you don't want to pay anybody, and you don't want it, right? You say, I'm going to go and buy one.
Yeah.
And I can't understand that part, you know.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you, because when people say to me, oh, so you paid Grant to learn from him, I said, yes, because I'm working with big money. It's not, as you said earlier, it's not buying a pair of shoes
Yeah.
that you can just push to one side. You can lose big. You can win big, but you can lose big.
If I was to wind back the clock in 1994 and a mentor was around, I don't know where I will be by now, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't have mentor then, so
Yeah.
I bought a lot of properties, and then obviously I make a lot of mistakes. My structures were
Yeah.
wrong. because there were no mentor. I
Yeah.
did everything myself. It's like you win lotto, you know, all of a sudden you got all this money and you've got your structures wrong and you can lose it all. But obviously now I have learned a lesson from it. Structures are all right, and now I don't have just I've got so many people with higher power than me, from law to accountant, finance, builders, developers, and it's just overwhelming of people that now can consult and advise me to go forward.
Yeah.
So where are you hoping to be in the next 12 months, Arista? Where you want to get to?
It's I don't even really want to put a target because things happen so quickly.
Right.
And as you said earlier, for the next 2 months, nothing might happen. And then suddenly I might buy 4 again in a month or 2. Because it's when you set yourself a target that you start becoming anxious if nothing's falling into place.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just go with the flow and buy those that are the right opportunities, it's just so much easier. So, yes, it's about working hard, always being focused, and just never stopping.
Well,
so
you know,
going much further.
For most people that either listen to this podcast or watching and hasn't bought any property before, listening to you, even I listen to you right now, I see the confidence in you, I see the fearless in you. You're just going out there, you're doing it, and you're loving life.
I love it. I absolutely love it. There's nothing better than property.
Wow. Thank you very much for coming on. And look, thank you for your time. I really appreciate coming to the Wealth Ninja, and we're looking forward to work with you in the near future.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Don.
Grant.
Thank you, Arista.
Such
Thanks,
a
Don.
pleasure.
No worries.
Thanks, Grant.
Thanks.